The film begins with Mike Sardina speaking at an AA meeting. He shares that he has been sober for 20 years and that the day marks his sobriety anniversary. Each year on this date, he listens to the song Sung Blue. After the meeting, Mike goes to an amusement park. He changes out of his leather jacket and into a Hawaiian shirt and a wig. He has been hired to perform as Don Ho for a company that supplies celebrity impersonators, including Elvis, Buddy Holly, and Little Richard. When Mike is asked to go on stage, he refuses to perform as anyone except his own act, which he calls Lightning. He quits the group just as Clare is preparing to perform as Patsy Cline. Mike and Clare talk, and she suggests that he consider performing songs by Neil Diamond instead. Mike watches Clare sing and is immediately drawn to her. He later returns home and puts on a Neil Diamond record to practice. The following day, Mike plays guitar for a band called the Esquires at the same amusement park. Clare is there and watches the performance. After the show, the two talk while walking through the park. They discover that their past marriages were similar, as both ended when their partners left after feeling belittled. Mike admits his own faults in his marriage and says he has been working to improve himself. That evening, Mike visits Clare at her home. She lives there with her mother and her two children from a previous marriage, Rachel, her older daughter, and Dana, her younger son. Mike brings up what Clare said earlier about his music and explains that he thinks it needs something extra to stand out. Clare suggests that instead of calling himself an impersonator, he should think of himself as a Neil Diamond interpreter. Mike begins playing his guitar, and Clare eventually joins him with harmony vocals. Their singing becomes loud enough to wake Clare's mother, who complains about the noise at such a late hour. Mike lowers the volume and starts playing Play Me, with Clare softly singing along. After the music session ends, Clare walks Mike to the door. Mike says they need a name and suggests Lightning and Thunder. Clare quickly realizes that since Mike already goes by Lightning, she would be Thunder. When Mike agrees, Clare kisses him, and he responds right away. Later, Mike meets with his manager, who also happens to be his dentist. During the visit, the dentist replaces Mike's missing tooth with one that has a lightning bolt design. At the meeting, Mike also speaks with the Buddy Holly impersonator, who runs the impersonation group. He apologizes for quitting the group and asks for help in building the Lightning and Thunder act. Before long, a small production team is put together. Back at Mike's home, the members of the Esquires also serve as the backing band for Lightning and Thunder. Clare arrives with her children. Mike feels uneasy around Rachel, so he asks his own daughter, Angelina, from his first marriage to come up from Florida where she lives with her mother. Rachel and Angelina connect over their complicated family situations. At one point, Angelina invites Rachel to smoke with her and climb onto the roof of a car to watch a plane fly overhead. In the garage, Clare and the band members convince Mike to open the door because of the heat and humidity. He gives in, even though his neighbors across the street clearly disapprove. Once the door is open, Mike spots Mark, the Buddy Holly impersonator, standing outside with his guitar. Mark asks to join the band, explaining that Buddy Holly died in his 20s and that he has been holding on to the role for over 30 years. The group begins rehearsing together. Dana, Clare's younger son, plays along and dances in the background, and eventually even the neighbor across the street joins in. They are preparing for a show at a local bar, where they later discover the crowd is made up entirely of bikers wearing leather vests. Mike insists that the band stick to their planned set, but the crowd pays no attention. When someone in the audience shouts that Neil Diamond is terrible, Mike loses his temper and starts a fight. The chaos brings their first show to an abrupt end. Outside the bar, everyone begins packing up to leave. Mike and Clare argue, and Mike admits that the night went badly because he had planned something special. He explains that he was going to take Clare out for a romantic evening with dinner in a hotel suite, then ask her to marry him. He reveals that he already had a ring. Clare focuses on the part about the ring and says yes, on the condition that their wedding reception begins with Sweet Caroline. A montage follows showing their wedding and a run of successful performances. Their careers improve, including landing a spot as an opening act for Pearl Jam. A few weeks before a scheduled weekend of shows at a casino, the band takes a short break. During that time, Mike asks Dana to record him as he marks his 21st year of sobriety. Clare, now living with Mike along with her children, is outside gardening because she feels the yard needs more color. Suddenly, a car loses control, leaves the road and strikes her. At the hospital, Rachel joins the rest of the family while Clare is in surgery. Unable to talk about Clare, Mike takes Rachel into another room and closes the curtains. He turns on a defibrillator and tells her that he is having a heart attack. He explains that when she hears the machine beep, she needs to place the paddles on 2 specific spots on his chest to restart his heart. Drawing on his military background, he tries to stay calm, but he soon passes out. Panicking, Rachel cries out that they need lightning. When she hears the beeping, she places the paddles on Mike and shocks him, bringing him back. Later, Clare wakes up at home and tries to get out of bed. She falls, having forgotten that her left leg was amputated below the knee. Mike rushes in and gently carries her back to bed. The story moves through a series of moments showing how Clare struggles after losing her leg. During an appointment with her doctor, she talks about a dream she had of performing on bigger stages and singing again. She explains how close she and Mike were to finally reaching that goal. At home, Rachel tries to help her mother get ready for a prosthetic fitting, but Clare cannot bring herself to get out of bed. Dana steps in to help prepare dinner and handle small tasks around the house. Mike takes on extra work to keep things going. He becomes the host for karaoke nights at a Thai restaurant. On Wednesday nights, he is allowed to sing Neil Diamond songs using the karaoke setup. Tension continues to grow at home. Clare accuses Mike of seeing other women, saying that she no longer feels attractive since the accident. Their arguments become more frequent and more intense as neither of them knows how to handle the changes in their lives. One night, Mike's daughter Angelina visits him at the restaurant. He is working late because the owner is marking the anniversary of his wife's death, so the playlist is filled with slow and emotional songs. Angelina tells Mike that she talks often with Rachel and that she knows about the ongoing fights between him and Clare. She asks if he has been keeping up with his AA meetings. After some hesitation, Mike admits that singing feels empty without Clare beside him. Angelina tells him that he still needs to attend his meetings, and Mike agrees. Later, Clare wakes up in bed and notices smoke drifting through the room, almost calling her to follow it. She pulls herself out of bed and crawls toward the source. As she moves forward, the surroundings change. She finds herself backstage, reaching out to pull back a curtain where a microphone waits for her just ahead. Clare moves toward the microphone as the audience watches her and begins to sing. Partway through the song, she hears Mike calling her name and telling her to wake up. The dream breaks suddenly, and she is pulled back into reality. She is now outside the house, having crawled her way out, and she screams at Mike that the microphone is calling to her. Nearby, Dana and Rachel hold each other as they watch their mother slip further away from herself. The family agrees that Clare needs professional psychiatric care and decides to admit her to the hospital. At the intake, Mike briefly falls apart and needs reassurance that placing her there is the right decision, even though it hurts to do so. Back at home, Mike searches for more work. Rachel comes in and asks for help fixing her car radiator so she can get to her job. As Mike adds fluid, Rachel admits that she is 4 months pregnant. She explains that she has been so busy taking care of everyone else in the family that no one noticed. Mike pauses to take this in, then calmly walks her through the military planning method known as SMEAC. He explains the situation as Rachel being pregnant. The mission, as Rachel describes it, is to place the child with a couple who want to adopt. For execution and logistics, Rachel explains that she has already contacted adoption services and has been working with a couple who are helping cover her medical expenses. Mike listens carefully and says he is impressed by how much planning she has already done. When he asks about command and signal, meaning who she needs support from, Rachel admits that she needs her mother. At the hospital, Clare attends therapy sessions and begins to understand that losing her leg caused her to give up her desire to sing, even though the two should not be connected. This realization helps her regain some clarity. She is able to return home in time for Christmas. Once back, she tries to reconnect with the family. Clare tells Mike that she is improving but has not yet reached full emotional release. She asks him to stay with her and help her work toward that moment together. One day, Clare returns to the small flower patch where she was standing when the accident happened and she lost her leg. She pauses there for a while, quietly taking it in. After a few moments, she turns and goes back inside the house. Not long after, a car suddenly veers off the road and crashes into the exact spot where she had been standing earlier. The driver apologizes, explaining that they lost control of the vehicle. The family rushes outside to check what happened, and Clare begins to laugh, saying that lightning really does strike twice. Not long after that, Clare pushes for lightning and thunder to start performing again. She tells Mike that she wants to be thunder once more. This leads into a montage of the duo returning to the stage, first performing again at the Thai restaurant and then moving on to other venues as their popularity slowly returns. At home, Clare supports Rachel through the rest of her pregnancy and stays by her side until the baby is placed with a loving couple. Clare and Mike also take regular walks together, helping Clare build strength and confidence while using her prosthetic leg. Eventually, they receive an invitation from the Ritz in Milwaukee to headline a show on the same night Neil Diamond is performing a sold-out concert nearby. The idea is to give fans another way to enjoy his music. Mike and Clare agree and begin preparing for the performance. On the day of the show, the production team tells them that Neil Diamond wants to meet them afterward at a well-known local ice cream shop. They also learn that their own show has sold out. While getting ready at home, Mike suffers another heart attack. As he collapses, he hits his head on the sink before falling to the floor. After a short moment, he wakes up and feels blood where his head struck. He stands up and looks for something to press against the wound as Rachel approaches and speaks to him calmly through the bathroom door. At the venue, preparations are underway and the entire family is present. Claire's mother wishes Mike good luck before the show. Angelina arrives to watch alongside Rachel and Dana. The crowd is filled with familiar faces from earlier performances. Before going on stage, Mike and Clare wish each other well. Mike tells Clare that none of this would be happening without her and that she means everything to him. The concert begins to loud applause. After the performance, everyone heads to the ice cream shop where they are supposed to meet Neil Diamond. As soon as they arrive, they are surrounded by their own fans. They learn that Neil Diamond has just finished his concert and is on his way. After sharing another kiss, Clare steps out to greet people. When she returns to the car to ask Mike to come out, she discovers that Mike has passed away. A few days later, the funeral takes place. Rachel struggles to write what she wants to say, while Angelina stays close to support her. Dana tells her mother that she does not have to sing if she does not feel ready. Clare says that she needs to sing and she performs at the service. Later on, Dana plays a recording. It is Mike speaking for an AA meeting, introducing himself and saying that it is his 22nd sobriety anniversary. In the final moments, Rachel is changing the oil in a car. Nearby, Clare pulls a wagon filled with plants and flowers toward the spot where the car accidents happened. This time, Rachel stands watch and signals when the road is clear, allowing Clare to plant quietly and safely.